Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. We are playing through on the lakes map on normal mode with our Folktails, and this is our beginner's playthrough. I would just like to address some of the comments we received last time before we get into the meat and bones of this. So Jason has mentioned about using the Observatory. Yes, I do want to use the Observatory. I think we're a little bit premature. I'm quite happy with the science going the way it's going. I'm not going to jump into that straight away. He, however, did mention that maybe I should show contamination. So we are going to start growing some dandelions to show contamination. Just so that I can demonstrate to you how to cure a beaver, just so that you have your own understanding. Aquatic farmhouses, I have no overlap. He is very right. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to pull out some of these bad boys. So pull one there and pull one there. And let's just get them high prioritized so we can get them out. And we also used a bit too much spadderdock. So, I mean, screw it. I'm going to yank some out, I guess. I could make this look pretty. Oh, should we just start again? Let's just start again. Get all of this out. And we will try and make this look more aesthetic. I know I can do aesthetic. I need to stop being lazy. So we'll get all of that pulled out. So, what else did we talk about? So Jason also said that we should be using the deep water pumps. So when I do the big reservoir over here, I fully intend to. But for now, we're not going to. Just because, whilst it is more efficient, and I know it's more efficient, I just want it to... I want to use the extra depth of the straw, etc. So, I think we've talked about everything in the comments. So, let's get to it. I think we're going to have a bit of an issue with beavers, so I want to increase the amount of beavers we have. So, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take out the... no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put in an extra house. I'm just going to unlock triple lodge. We have 1.1k science. That's fine. And I'm going to pop that over here so they can access that. That should allow us to have some extra beavers. And I may also put an extra house in here. So this is going to create 12 more beavers. This isn't going to stay like this forever. This is just a temporary thing. So we also need to put in our forester. So I want to grow dandelions down here. So dandelions they're like the blueberries in that they are, let's speed this just up, just double quick tad. They are harvestable by the gatherer flag, and then you store them in a warehouse, and then you can use them at the herbalist to make, what word am I looking for? Antidote. So if we put the forester in here, and get all of these ripped out, we will start to be able to grow some dandelions. So I'll pull all that out, and I'm going to get him prioritised as well because I want him to be put in. I'm also going to get this prioritised because I feel like we're going to have a bit of a beaver shortage with some of the extra jobs we're creating. So they're putting all of this in. That's fine. I am also going to pause both of these scavenger flags because we are maxed out on metal, and I'm going to pop into the smelter so we can start to produce a bit of metal. We spoke about this last time, so this is going to be our badwater harvesting area. If you remember, we put the dam in to raise the level, and we're levying this off. So what I want to do is I want to get over here quicker and make it easier for our beavers to do their jobs, especially if we're having bad water collection over here. So I'm going to put in a zipline station over here in the first instance. Where is it? It is under pathing. So let's pop one just there. And that won't reach, so we'll put a pylon in here. We are going to come in here eventually and plant all of this, so I'm just going to connect. I don't actually need to remove all of this because I will just harvest it at point. So maybe I don't demolish it actually. Maybe I just let them harvest it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's leave that done, and then what they'll do is they will just come in and unmark it. Not unmark it, they will come in and harvest it. So we'll put some stairs in there. Oh, did I not do enough? Maybe these do. Oh, did I? Did I? It's hard to tell from the sound. Okay, I did. Love that. Aquatic farmhouse. Lovely. And then that'll cover, so we're going to set one to be the planter and one to be the harvester. And we're probably going to expand that over here as well. How is this getting on? So you're in. Lovely. We cleared all that, so now I'm going to just slap in a load of dandelions. Just plant them like trees. He will go to town, and then what we'll do is once he's been in, we'll replace him with the herbalist. I would like you to build this next, please. And this. Just so that we can get over here quicker and do our jobs over here a bit quicker. So, one thing I also wanted to talk about was over here. So, you can see where our tapper shack reaches up to is here. This is where our forester was. Now, trees can propagate naturally. So, what you can do is you can unplant these. So, if I was to unplant this row, I mean, it isn't going to benefit us because the tapper shack is maxed out at its range. But if I was to clear the planting area, when these become adult trees, they will just grow this way. And it just kind of fills it out and looks nice. Plus, I don't know, I kind of like the... Once you, oh, jank. I kind of like the unplanted look of the forest, you know. So I'm just going to unplant all of this because we've already planted it all. It's under no danger of... There you go, that just looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? It looks a bit more natural. Who knew I would start to get on board with aesthetics? Not me. Definitely not me. But seeing as we are doing all that spadderdock, did I put another grill in for spadderdock? No. So let's actually put another grill in down here for spadderdock as well. Where is the spattered grill? And we'll select grilled spadderdock as a recipe. So we are just continually expanding our food. Production. And I may also put in over here a medium warehouse just so that you can store the spadderdock. Yeah, we have no storage. Let's put a medium warehouse here. I sometimes do suspend it above the above the water, but we want to maximize our construction space, so I'm not going to do that this time. Oh, I also didn't unplant this. Let's clear planting area. Nice. Oh, we're out of planks. Maybe I'm going to need to get another planker on the go. So let's see how we're doing. We're getting over here. Have you put all of those in? Yes, you have. Let's delete you. And what we'll do is we'll come down here to the Wellbeing tab, and I will unlock the Herbalist. There he is. So we're going to pop him in here. I really like this building. It kind of looks like a yes, as Mad Scientist Shack / pub. Love it. And what we're also going to do is we're going to put a tank in for this. And I really haven't balanced this very well, but we will. Maybe we'll put in a small tank at the back. We don't need a lot of this stuff. We'll have no intention of like mass contamination of beavers. So if we put a tank behind here, and then we'll put antidote in it. I'm also going to put some raw storage for the raw dandelions. So if we come over to storage and pick a small warehouse, we'll pop some in here. Just pop them there. And we'll chuck some dandelions in there. Nice. Maybe get that house built as well. We are having a weird beaver shortage. I can't really work out why. Right, so these guys are going to come out of this house. We're going to just chuck some more housing in. And it's just going to look what it's going to look like. So we'll pop one there. Pop one there. Steps here, steps here. Nice, nice. Nice and easy to connect all of that. Are they? Ah, there we go. So we have that one in. We don't have that in. That needs planks and metal blocks. We're going to have the metal blocks shortly. Not so sure about the planks. Oh, the planks are almost in. Oh, Jesus. Okay. And let's just get those as a high priority because I know they're doing the stairs over the other side. I am also concerned that this is overtopping. So when we have a bad tide, we may look at that because these are just, they're not, it's not letting enough flow through. I mean, it's fine. I just don't want it to happen in the bad tide. I don't want bad water to come into our area. And have you built that? No, you have not. Oh, speak of the devil, we have a bad tide approaching. There we go. Love that. So we really want them to pull this out. So So we want them to pull that out, so that will flow down there rather than there. So that's, once again, I'm going to get mugs made with high priority on. It is apparently one of my catchphrases. Those are in, those are in. We are builders are running around doing other random stuff. That's fine. That is fine. That is acceptable. It is what I've asked them to do. So we're going to have to see if the overtopping does become an issue here. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm really hoping it doesn't. And maybe we'll talk about food diversity. So I want to display the district mechanic in this game. I don't use it a lot, but I think it's important to show players how the district mechanic does work. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a wheat farming district. I'm not sure where it may be. It may be here. I think it probably will actually be over here. We might, if we get dynamite, we might level that. We'll have a district crossing up here, and we'll have like a nice big wheat farm. And what we're going to do is we're going to show how having it separated, how the trading mechanic works across borders. So we're not going to grow wheat here just yet. I want to demonstrate it by having wheat exclusively here and then shipped into here. Well, the bread will be shipped into here, and then water, they will not be pumping any of their own water here. It will all be shipped, and we will show how the mechanic works in theory. I know, best laid plans and all that. Ooh, this might be tight. This might be tight. They might not get that out in time, but we'll see. So I also did promise you guys I was going to build a badwater pump, didn't I? So water. Badwater pump is 250 sides, 20 logs, 10 gears, and 5 metal blocks. So let's pop that there. We can pop that exactly up there, so it will take a little bit less time to get there. And then we can put in a storage tank. So we're going to go for a medium tank, and I'm just going to pop it next door. And we'll select that for badwater. Come on, load. There we go. The jank is gone. They are going to finish this. I have every faith in them. I don't know where like this demand for jobs has come from. It seems quite wild. I mean, I'm sure we probably created this problem ourselves. But yeah, it's just one of them things. Yeah, we have no one in there. Okay. We need to get a handle on our beaver problem. Like, scaling population can be difficult. I've kind of gone for the hardcore jump in and just chuck a load of houses in. Be careful of doing that if your food supply is not up to scratch. We're topping out on berries, carrots, and potatoes, so I'm pretty happy. The sunflower seeds aren't staying pace, but I think they just take longer to grow. And we're going to have some spadderdock soon as well, I hope. This does take a while to grow, this spadderdock, doesn't it? So once we have the spadderdock, and we're grilling that as well, yeah, that'll be exciting. We'll have a good variety of food. Now let's pause. The bad tide is about to start, so let's manually chuck these up. Manually throw these down. Manually chuck these up. And manually throw these down. Now, my edge math is clearly wrong because this is overtopping. Maybe we should have put an extra floodgate in here, but it's very hard to get into here now because of what I've done up here. So as you can see, we're not producing hardly any power. So all of this is going to be no point running any of this. So we're just going to be what we're going to be for now. And I'm also going to pause these because I do not want our beavers coming in to do this. I'm actually going to delete this path. Yeah, there we go. I don't want our beavers getting contaminated just yet. I know we are going to contaminate them, but that's controlled contamination. It will be a controlled contamination. And look, we're already starting to grow the dandelions. It's excellent. It's good stuff. It's only a 2-day drought. It's only a 2-day bad tide. I'm not going to worry too much about pumping this stuff out. However, what we can do is, because we installed these floodgates last time, we can be granular about this. So I can drop this, and we can top up. Look, there we go. Bit of top up, back up. So we can force the water through, and it still maintains a relatively high level up here, and we can top this up. So I can keep this going and just control it manually with my own hands. So I think we're doing okay. Stuff is going to die. Like all of these blueberry bush are about to bite it. But our lovely tree farm, well, this isn't a tree farm, is it? Our lovely maple and chestnut farm is going to be fine. And I love that. So we have 12 empty beds, we have 15 baby beavers. Let's get this population boom underway, because we are going to turn all this industry back on as well. Maybe get these scavenger flags going again. We have loads of metal blocks, loads of logs. We have badwater. Are we pumping it? We should be. And hopefully you guys are building this. We don't have enough planks or gears, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Oh, we do actually. We have enough gears. How are we producing planks? Where are you getting these from? Oh, I didn't connect that properly. Connect that there. Love it. So we are going to have an almighty population boom of beavers. Just be careful if you're playing along. Make sure you've got your spadderdock going. And make sure you're keeping an eye on this, because we might have to plant some more farms. So like last time, we are just going to let this clear through. And we may have to do a flush. We probably are going to have to do a flush because it isn't going to clear perfectly. Especially this area isn't going to clear perfectly. But we will give it a little bit of time. We will give it a tiny bit of time. And let's put some stairs in for our experiment. Or do I? Oh, we also need paper for this, don't we? Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions again. So let's get this large pile out for the planks, and let's pull these out as well. I'm forgetting how the game works on my own terms. So we need to connect obviously something with power. So I'm going to go to the wood, and we are going to unlock the paper mill. So this is 250, medium chance of injury, 40 logs, 40 planks, 15 gears. So if I pop that there, that's connected. Lovely. And we're going to start to produce paper. Yeah, I forgot that antidote needs paper. Yes, as Emily tells me, it's for the prescription, and they need to go to the doctor to get the antidote. So we have dandelions, we have berries, we need paper to make some antidote. So let's get this paused. I think this is the high enough level to just flush through. So we are going to go for it. This might kill everything. You'll forgive me if it does. Well, actually, no, you probably won't. We're going to lower that, and raise these boys. Right, let's watch that go boom. So it should all just start to flow through. And we should have power. And we're going to put all these beavers back in jobs. Now, we'll be very pleased with that. Oh, I've realised we've scuffed this, haven't we? We have absolutely scuffed this, because this is... oh, well... I think that's enough. I mean, is it still... It's still flowing through, so I think that's fine. Maybe when we have a drought, we'll come in and fix this. But we are harvesting the bad water we need for dynamite. Are you building me the paper mill? You are. And as well as this tree farm, I think we need another tree farm. Now, I'm not going to put it here just yet, because obviously we have the bad tide flow through. So where could we put more trees realistically? I'm not sure at the moment. Oh, did they put a seep on this map? Is that new? That's interesting. Didn't know that was there. We'll talk about seeps. So seeps are they're a new thing in update 1.0, and what the seep will do is the seep will maintain water at the level of 0.85. So it will keep water up to this level. So it will just keep flowing out of here. Oh god, we do have water flowing out of here, and but it wouldn't, like, if I put a dam here, water would flow up and over top. The seep will just keep going until it reaches its equilibrium, and then it will just stop. That's really cool. I didn't realise I'd added that in. Maybe that was today's update. So maybe I will go. Does this have other stuff? Let's just see if we've got any surprises. Because I'm recording this on the day that the spillage map comes out, and if they've added bad tide drains, I may actually be screwed. No, they have not. Okay. Just checking. It doesn't hurt to check. So what I've done there is I've got used the Alt scroll wheel, gone down to gone down to level 1 of the map, and you can see what's on the map. So this here is a mine, this is the seep function, this is the bad water source, and up here we have the normal water sources. So you can kind of have a look when you first load into a map, I would always recommend doing this, just so you can work out what's actually going on with the map. It helps very much. And you can click this arrow to just return to the top. So, are we producing paper? We are not just yet. We need gears. And is anybody working then? Probably not. Probably because we don't have any planks. So, let's put in a storage. We're going to put a large pile in because we obviously haven't got any for planks anymore. And I am loath to do this, but we are going to put a medium warehouse behind here and we're going to put paper in it. Just because we're going to use paper for books and stuff later. I am probably going to have to redo the layout of this area because I feel like I botched it. I'm not the mathiest guy. I mean, we could have loads of little cottage industry all over the place. I'm not sure yet. But we will have a look and find out. This is just to keep us going. So how much power do we have? We have loads of power there. I'm not concerned about that. And I really like this boulevard. So, what should we do the rest of our time? I don't want to move on to the other district. I want to move on to start turning this into our dam. So, we need to start to think about bad tide diversions, proper style. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. And I'm also going to come down here. And first of all, we're going to come over here. And we're going to change our floodgates. So we're going to change them for sluices. So I'm going to rip these out. No, I'm not just yet. But what we're also going to do is we're going to put a new zipline station in. Because if we're building a mega project up here, we're going to need lots of wood. So I'm going to put in... So these only have 2 lines off. So you can see like that. It's not ideal, but it's just the way it is. So what I think I'm going to do is... I'm going to maybe put another station over here. Where are you, ziplines? Landscaping. We're going to put one here. And then I think we're going to put one up here. So this is where we're going to be building our dam. So I'm going to pop it there. Obviously that will not, because that interferes in the way. So we're going to put another pile on him. So that will reach there, go across here, to there. Oh, you said you were obstructed. You didn't say you was obstructed a minute ago, you silly Billy. So, fine. Should be fine. Add connection. Fine. This is the limitation of zip lines, that we can't just branch off of a central network station. I know, obviously Jason mentioned in the comments that they probably will never do that. There is a mod that does that. Even if they made like a grand central zipline station, you know, like a big boy with like 4 bits or 2 sticking out the top and you could connect 4, I think that would be very good. But, and they can't build this because they're not close enough. So for our next bad tide, I'm going to demonstrate the automated use of sluices. I really like sluices. And then we were also going to come up here, start to get a dynamite, and then we will build a proper bad tide diversion. Probably with tunnels. Yes, we do have tunnels. So I'll show you normal dynamite and I'll also show you tunnels. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. And I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. I want you to understand what it is we're doing. So also they've built this now. So we're going to set 1 to harvest, 1 to collect. Spadderdock is full. Oh, I put that for grilled spadderdock. We need that for normal spadderdock. Because they are eating the spadderdock as quickly as they can grill it. So that would be good for them. I love that. Let's get this sped up a little bit. So we are struggling with planks. But we are gonna produce them. This math should be fine. I think it's just getting people over here to do the job. And I can't do that any quicker than they're already doing it because, you know, they just have to travel. It's just is what it is. And I'm asking a lot of them. I'm not going to build some super large industrial centre for these guys because I just don't, it doesn't fit the theme for me. But that's just the way it's going to be. I do want to start to talk about our dam though. So maybe we'll come over here. So dams are interesting because of these water sources, you'll need some way for the excess water to get out the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how we're going to do this early on. So we're going to unlock the sluice. We have 500 science, 400, yes. So we're going to need that anyway. Let's unlock it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put sluices along the bottom here. Levees here. Levees here. And we are going to go up to this level here. And I'm going to pop dams over. So what the sluices will do is, the sluices are our emergency purge, so to speak. Or if I wanted to maintain this at a certain downstream depth, we could use them to only let water through when it's at a certain downstream depth and then wait to overtop. So we're going to do that for two reasons. One, as a water control device, it will slowly let water through in droughts, so it will keep coming through, which is fine, which is nice, which is good. And in a bad, say we get bad water in here and we have to purge, I can just manually open this and it will just flush all the way through. So that's coming soon. Yeah, so they just need to put this in. And then we're also going to replace all of this with sluices as well. How confident am I in our ability to get this done? Yeah, I'm relatively confident. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pop in sluices all along here. We're just going to pop them there, and it's going to be. And we're also going to pop these out as well. And I'm going to pop some sluices in here as well. We will get over to the other side, fear not. Just not right now. And do we have paper? Are we producing paper? Do we have paper? We do have paper. So that means we should have some antidote now. Excellent. Right, who wants a job? Come build me a platform down here, mate. So we will be sending our beavers down into the depths. He is going to get quite unwell. And this is not going to be good for him. Where's he coming? Is somebody actually coming to do this? Oh, I've screwed that up, haven't I? So, beavers are going in. They're going to get poisoned. Water also takes a path of least resistance, I forget. So, it's obviously flowing down here as opposed to through here. And that's going to be detrimental to us because, yeah, whoopsie. This game catches you out at times. It really catches you out at times. And that was a mistake. And could you demolish that now so you can come in here and just... I need someone to get contaminated. So that needs to be high priority. Trouble is we're not producing power. So I've kind of shot ourselves in the foot here. Could you build these? Could you build these? Oh, they're too far. Oh. It wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't screw it up somehow. So what can we put in here that's going to take a lot of construction? Let's put some dams in here. Go on, put some dams in there. Go get covered in poo water, please. Beaver is injured. That's not the same as beaver is unwell. What do you mean it's too far from the district centre? Of course it is. There we go. Well, that's incredibly frustrating. Beaver is unwell. Right, we can stop building this now. So, where is our unwell beaver? I am sorry, Venmara, but you are going to get sick. Don't worry though, we've already got your antidote here and ready for you. Honestly, I think I've screwed this up a little bit. We're not producing hardly any power. We do have some planks though, so maybe fingers crossed. So, let's discuss sluices. So you can close about downstream depth, as I discussed over the other side. We'll demonstrate that over the other side. What I'm going to do is here, I'm going to use untick that, and I'm going to close below contamination 1%. So when this is clean water, this will stop working, is the idea. Oh, I'm gearing all my things, aren't I? We've put them in now, so it's all flowing correctly. Yes, excellent. Lovely stuff. Love that. We also don't need you there. You're doing nothing. So now, hopefully they will come in and they will put all of these in. So we're going to have this set close above contamination, 1%. And what they're going to do is they are going to, when we have a bad tide, this will shut off. And when we have a bad tide, a good tide, this will shut off. I am also, because I don't like this overtopping that's going on, I am also going to put in some levees on top of this, just to stop this overtopping. It will probably make part of our dam when we do our dam. I think our dam's going to go whoosh over here like this, and maybe round here. And probably it must, well, that means it'll be over here at the top, won't it? But yeah, so that's fine. So fingers crossed they're going to come and do this now. And hopefully we're going to get a bad tide so I can demonstrate this to you. And if not, we will just have to wait until next episode. Where is our unwell beaver? Have you not become contaminated yet? He's still working, bless him. Ben Mara. But I don't know how long he'll be working for. However, for his benefit, we do have a load of antidotes. So the herbalist has taken the berries, the dandelions and the paper and has made the antidote. And then Venmara, when he becomes contaminated, will go and drink the antidote and become well again. If you do not cure your beavers, they will become ill and they will drain the colony of resources because they can't work. So they still take up water and food, but they do not contribute. So you can either cure them or you can... There is like a really nasty tactic where you stick them in a separate district with no food and water and you just leave them to die. If you've watched my... one of my other playthroughs, you will see that I've done that, and yeah, sometimes beavers just go off to beaverland and die. So we have 5 injured beavers as well, which is a little bit frustrating for me, so I'm going to pop in a medical bed here. We're just going to pop that there. This is not going to stay like this, don't worry. We're going to make this really aesthetic. I might rip out some of this actually. Yeah, that could be good. This tree farm, however, is going to stay like this. I was talking about needing another tree farm, and I don't think we do right yet. I think we're okay. We could maybe do with a direct line over here. Maybe that's something to think about. Why haven't you got contaminated yet, Venmara? It's disappointing for me. So, let's talk about explosives and centrifuging. So, get lost scrap metal pile. We are going to be putting in more circuitous systems of getting power around. Yeah, it's going to be very circuitous. Very circuitous. Power? Pop that there, and let's put a platform over the top. Really, I would like to just, detonate into the ground and do it that way, but we're not doing it that way yet. We are making the most of the abomination I've created. So this is still flowing through. You see that these are open. The other setting, I keep getting distracted. I'm really bad at this. Like, I just walk off. So we've got this set to auto, so it will follow the criteria we've set here. You could set it to open, and it will just stay open. I could also set it to close, and it will just close. You see that? The water stopped flowing through. It's going to overtop, but it will just flow through. You can also synchronize with other adjacent sluice gates. So if you want individual sluices to operate independently, you can. I don't see a real reason most of the time why you would not use this, but it is an option. It is very much an option. So this does also allow us to change our system down here. I'm not sure how much you want to change this because this is so downstream of this. If we had this set to when the bad water, it would just overtop anyway. So we kind of want to keep this manual for now. Ooh, look at all that water flowing through. We're not set that to city height. No, that's fine. Are you not like harvesting all of this? Do we have so much spadderdock that we are not grilling it quick enough? I have not got a storage for grilled spadderdock, have I? Because I changed that one to... Fine. Let's just go. And then hopefully this will all get harvested. So our food's looking good. Just by adding the spadderdock into the mix, we have upped our food massively. So, look at that. The water is flowing through. It's not overtopping. It is a nice, nice level. So, how long do we have left? We have time left to talk about... the contaminated beaver. So, Venmara is contaminated. Look at that lovely profile picture. She's loving, or she or he is loving life. Hopefully they're coming over here and getting some antidote. What are you doing? What are you doing? You gone to your... You want some spadderdock? Nice. Can you please come and get some antidote? Well, I'm sure... just going home? I don't know. The life of a beaver. I'm sure they have got the antidote, because you can see the contamination is going down. Refuses to work. It's a bit like me sometimes. That's a joke. If anybody from my work is watching. So let's come over here and over here. And we have a drought. It's not what I wanted. I wanted the bad tide, so I could show you the bad tide defense. So we're not going to go too hard with building this for now. So I want to demonstrate different building practices. So there are a couple of ways you can build this. I can just path this over and they will slowly build this. We don't want... Why is that not pausing? We don't want to do that. We want them to be able to build it all at the same time. So if they build it like this, they will build that one, that one, that one, that one. There's two other methods you can kind of use. You can either come in with platforms. So let's unlock the triple. I mean, we're going to need it at some point anyway. So if I unlock the... Oh, I should just unlock the double. Let's get all the platforms unlocked. So you could build scaffolding. So they'll come in. These are less time consuming to build, and they will come along and they will build this, and then they can build all of this behind it. What I like to do sometimes... I must admit, it took me a while to realise you could do this, is to use a bridge. I hope we have enough science for the bridge. Ooh, we do, because they can build one off the end, can't they? So what you can do is you can put the bridge here, pop it down, they will come in and they will build the bridge first, and then they will build the rest of it. So if we build that as a high priority, they will be able to reach the rest of that down there, which is very helpful for us. So let's just keep that going. And then we need to... Well, I'm only building this as for current sake, if that makes sense, because I want to start building the dam. We are going to get into explosives and the centrifuge. Oh my god, we have so many extra beavers. Right, what am I doing? Science can never be too... You can never have too much science. Pop them in. Let's get those built as a priority as well. Cure a contaminated beaver. We got an achievement. So Venmar is now being cured, and the antidote has worked. So that is how you cure a contaminated beaver. It's always best to have some antidote on hand. Iron Teeth do work differently. They use decontamination pods, so watch out for that. That uses a different mechanic. I think you need metal blocks and you need power. I'm not sure if you go for the normal stuff. So, what are we doing? We are building the science huts. Lovely. And then they should come over here and build this. So, how are we getting on in this playthrough? I think we've learned a lot today. We've learned about badwater, contamination. We've learned that I don't know how to put a farmhouse in, because Jason's had to help me out again. We've learned that I can't make a pathing system. I'm going to delete that path for now, and we're going to put in... No, yeah, we've learned I just can't make a pathing system, haven't we? It's good times. Yeah, that's just going to be dumb, isn't it? That's really dumb. What am I doing? This looks awful. Please, somebody just stop looking at the screen. Oof. And while I'm screwing around with this, while I should be over the other side showing you how they are putting this in. So you can see they are actually building from this side. Because of the bridge, they can reach this. So if they were coming from this side, they would build that way. But they can reach all of this. So they are just coming and putting all of this in. We might actually be able to do something super cheeky in the next bad tide. We may have improved our bad tide diversion straight away. We may be able to pop it through there. So I'm interested to see how long this drought is. 7 days. We don't have to do anything with these. These will just stop. Actually, what I can do with these is I can put close above downstream depth of 0.85, so 0.8. So that's lower than this. So this will hold the water back here, and then it will slowly fill this up when it needs to. So that's really quite an interesting. No, I want that to be hot. That's the only problem. It's stymies the flow. I should have put some. We are going to put dams on top there, aren't we? We're going to leave this open for now. We'll untick that because it just stymies the flow. I am going to change this, however, to just turn that off, leave that open, and we're going to change that to close below contamination. No, close above contamination 1%. So in the next bad tide, I'll show you what's going to happen to all the water. Hopefully, it will all just yeet off this side. But we will see. We will see. But as you can see, they built this in record time because of this piece of this bridge, which acts as scaffolding. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. How high is this? We may actually start to put some of our other dams in. So let's start to get rid of some of these trees here. Let's get rid of those trees. And you can pause all these jobs. We don't need to. We are on a 5.3 day drought. I'm not going to keep this pumping because I'm not going to stop them pumping because we can just let the water out here again. Remember, we've got that capacity now. We have another contaminated beaver. What have they been doing? It's fine. We have the antidote. What have they been doing to get contaminated? What have they been up to? They've been being a bit sneaky. Right. So. Right, okay, let's get all these resources out because they clearly are not harvesting them or getting rid of them quick enough. Let's get it all out. Look at them go. Look at that lovely dam. God, I love the beavers. God, I do love the beavers. And let's get this demolished while we're in a drought as well, so we're not sending anyone into contamination land. Do we want that mine? What mine are we aiming? Oh, we discussed the mine, didn't we? We're probably going to come down to this mine. Yeah, I think we're going to come down. Even though we're already over here, I think we're going to come down to that mine. So resource-wise, we are looking cracking. Loads of paper, loads of planks, excellent. I think we're in a good place where we want to be. Nothing to do in range. Well, that's because I'm trying to take all of these out. So once all of these are out, we can try and make it look pretty. Which I should have done in the first place. And which was very remiss of me. And then build all that as well, please. I don't know why they're just taking so long to do things. They are taking quite some time, considering we have loads of beavers. And we're powering through the science now. I forgot to lower their priority just in case when that all does hit the fan. Yeah, so, I think this is going okay. I'm glad we've started to move towards a big dam. And I also want to put in the bad tide diversion. So we'll try and expand our industry. So let's put a path along here, and let's think about the explosives and the centrifuge. So the explosives builds the dynamite. So we're going to pop that there. I am going to put in the power to there. So that will power our dynamite factory, explosives factory. And I'm going to put a little storage in next door. This is horrendous looking, isn't it? I like to just get stuff built and then we can tidy it up and make it look nice later. I say, without a hint of irony. And then we're going to come into the water and we're going to unlock the centrifuge. That's 600 science. We don't have enough just yet. That little storage for dynamite is not going to be good enough either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a... So I'm going to put some storage over here. So I'm going to put a tank. So this is for the extract. And I'm also going to put in a medium warehouse over here for dynamite. So that's just so that we can make sure that when we need it, we've got it. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So we're checking some extract there as well. So yeah, they're going to start building that. Do we have the science? Do we have the technology? So we are starting to lose the water down here a little bit. So we will go and splash. Let's lower the floodgates. Just a little bit and then we'll raise it again. Just to keep the water going. Ooh, I've expanded our population, haven't I? Well, look at that. If I wasn't paying attention to the water, I definitely wasn't, was I? So let's turn these 2 extra pumps on up here. Oh, Venmara, after you were cured, you've got a new job as a water pumper. Love that for you. And we have the science as well now. I was not paying attention and our water dropped. That is a very dangerous thing. Always be careful of your water. And we're going to put centrifuge in. Planks, gears, metal blocks. Fine. And now that they pulled all of this out, let's make something pretty. Do we want it to circle out from the middle again? So spadderdock, 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 spadderdock. Cattail, cattail. Like that. I am trying to make this not look absolutely horrendous. How do we feel about this? I know I can delete this path, but I'm reluctant to in case I do need it. So it's going to stay there, I'm afraid. Because I'll probably delete something over here. Can't get over here to build it. I have to put it back in anyway. What's the point? Let's just keep it there to begin with. Spadderdock. Spadderdock. Yeah, I'm liking this. It's amazing if you take like 5 minutes and actually just start to like put stuff in and think about it. It can look good. I've actually surprised myself with my Folktails playthrough of how, I mean, it's probably not as good as like Zedek and stuff like that. You know, like they do amazing stuff, but I'm happy with it. So that is what that is. So spadderdock. You just hear listening to me say spadderdock and cattail roots over and over again, so I know what I'm doing. I hope that's the quality content you come here for. I have a very quite dry sense of humour, so it just is what it is. Spadderdock. And we will get there. We are getting there. Oh no, we are, I would say we're getting there, but we're not getting there. I will do there. Oh no, you should be that. Okay, that's fine. You should be that. And we will do spadderdock. We will do one more cattail roots. Cattail roots. Oh, this has gone to jank, hasn't it? What? What's gone on here? What has gone on here? I don't love that. What the ah! Oh. Honestly, can I be asked to work this out? No. I'm having a meltdown over like concentric circles of cattails and spadderdocks. I think that's enough, and I think that's my brain is going to melt if I do this anymore. Spadderdock, 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 spadderdock. Done. Right, let's never look at that ever again, just in case that's wrong. So we're on 50 minutes. We will get to the end of the drought, and then I think we will call it there for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative. If you're new to the game, I hope you are learning something. I would love to actually be teaching people stuff. If you're a seasoned player and you love watching me screw up, I'm really pleased that you enjoy watching me do that. Please continue to do so. And if you're new here and haven't watched this before and you enjoy what you see, please hit like and subscribe. I'm really enjoying all of the feedback and the people liking what I'm doing to a degree. Water is a bit of an issue, isn't it? Maybe we'll address that straight away next time. I wrote water down on my notepad before somebody comes in the comments and says, your water's really crap. Yeah, I know it is. Maybe we'll get into the bigger storages. So, come on, let's get to the final day. We'll start to put the rest of our dam in. So I'm just going to put levees in along here because that will be the same height as our dam. And water can't travel through corner blocks, so that's fine. So we have that there. Come on, get to the final today. I want to start the next episode in a fresh cycle. Ooh, we do need to splash, don't we? So you can see what's happened here. It's all dried up. This is another good learning point. So the carrots last 1.8 days, potatoes 0.9 days, and sunflowers last quite a while. But we have the technology. Flush. There we go. Come on through. I'm going to put that back up to 0.9. Because we have actually pissed water all over into here, which is not ideal. So we are going to be in cycle 9. I think we're making great progress with where we are. Cycle 9, getting into explosives, getting into extract. It's going to be beautiful. Love it. So I will see you next time. And please do let me know anything you'd like me to do in the comments.